Good morning, everyone. So, Thinking Error 17 closed channel. A lot of us, most of us, actually all of us, used to operate in this secretive realities where we never shared what's really going on with each other. We like finding out secrets of one another, keep those secrets to ourselves just for the right time when we can use it to benefit from. Secrecy equals power. He does not give out information about himself. He has a closed mind and does not take in messages that contradict his way of thinking. It's that mindset of my way is the only way mentality. A lot of times we get stuck in that mindset, and we get stuck in that mindset in an innocent way. And once we're stuck in that mindset, even if it's through an innocent way, it affects our lives constantly. Another example of getting stuck in this mindset in an innocent way is, I like cream soda. And now, because I like cream soda, that's my favorite cool drink. I wouldn't try to explore any other cool drinks because I like cream soda. According to me, that's the favorite cool drink. So whenever cream soda is available, I wouldn't choose anything else. And for us, when our way of doing things is available, we wouldn't listen to anyone else. He is not receptive to challenges to his perspective. He doesn't want to hear what he doesn't want to hear. I don't want to hear that the green colorant in cream soda is bad for you. Or you don't want to hear that cream soda has the most sugar. You don't want to hear that something else might taste better or might work better. Trying it a different way might benefit you. We don't want to hear that because we're stuck in this mindset of, I'm going to do it my way. The spiritual issue here is the spirit of pride and an unteachable spirit. So, thinking your way's the best way. You can do it your way and achieve the most. It's that example of learning how to type in high school. We all think that we're quite quick with one or two fingers on a keyboard. We don't want to go through the process of putting all your fingers on the keyboard, placing one finger at one letter, and that's a slow process. But if you persevere through that process, if you remain teachable, humble, you'll end up in a position in your life where you will type faster than the people still stuck trying to type with one or two fingers. We need to be open for different ways. Now, of course, our ways got us here. You cannot use the same thinking that got you into a problem to get you out of the problem. We struggle to get that. We struggle to understand that my ways didn't work. If I don't follow a budget, I won't have money left at the end of the month. And then next month comes and you think that, no, I'll manage it different without a budget. If you don't have a budget, if you don't put things in place, you won't succeed. You won't be doing anything different from the time that you failed. The time that you failed, you also didn't listen to advice. You also didn't plan. And you also didn't work out a budget. The emotional effect here is low self-worth, stubbornness, insecurity, and an unconfident mind. A lot of us won't admit it, but we feel worthless, or we feel that we are not good enough, and we feel that we haven't achieved enough. You would be comparing yourselves to your siblings, or the people in your neighborhood, or the people in your class, and you would feel that you are not good enough. You would have this feeling of worthlessness, and because you don't know how to deal with this feeling of worthlessness, which is a lie, you try to identify certain character defects in other people to bring them down to your level. But we are living in a deceptive world. We all should be up there, not down here. And the world tells us that this isn't right. You're not doing this correctly. You don't look the right way. And all of those criticisms from the world make you feel worthless. Things have happened in our past, and we feel that we are victims. Being a victim makes you feel worthless. But through whatever happened in our past, we need to choose that we're going to see ourselves like God sees us, which is perfect in His image and likeness. It's difficult to see yourself that way if you are constantly reminded that you are not perfect according to the world. Let's go to Jeremiah 17 from verse 5. It says here, "Cursed is the man who trusts in man and makes flesh his strength, whose heart departs from the Lord, for he shall be like a shrub in the desert, and shall not see when good comes, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land which is not inhabited." We put our trust in man. We put our trust in what people think about us, what people say. That's unreliable. What people say will differ each and every time. What people say about you will differ whether or not you say something they like or dislike. What people say about you will differ whether or not you're in a position where they can benefit from having a relationship with you. But here verse 7 it says, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, and whose hope is in the Lord, for he shall be like a tree planted by waters, which spreads out its roots by the river, and will not fear when heat comes. But its leaves will be green, and will not be anxious in the year of drought, nor will cease from yielding fruit." If you truly put your trust in the Lord, if you truly focus on what He says about you, knowing that you made perfect in His image and likeness, you wouldn't care if some people don't like you. You won't care if some people might get offended with you speaking the truth. You won't care if you are living correctly and they have an issue with your lifestyle. Because your trust is not in the world. Your trust is not in humans, in people, or what they say and think about you. Your trust is in God and in His truth. Okay, so with Closed Channel, we do a lot of questioning. We interrogate other people. We're trying to find out what their strengths or weaknesses is. And we are not the judge. It's not our jobs to point out faults and wrongs in each other. And using those wrongs to make ourselves feel better. No, there's a difference in pointing out something in someone through love, trying to encourage and help them to better themselves. Seeing that someone is doing the wrong thing, then we have a responsibility as their brother or sister in Christ to guide them to the correct way. You cannot allow them to stumble and fall. So there's a difference in doing that than to judge other people, to point out wrongs in other people so that we can feel edified. If you look at your past and your past achievements and your past disappointments, most of us would have more disappointments than achievements. And we should stop focusing on the disappointments, because you are not a disappointment. You've made mistakes and you did things wrong, but it's condemnation highlighting the disappointments. It's conviction highlighting the mistakes and the change in behavior. When we become accountable, when we stop living in an isolated scenario where we don't allow other people into our lives, when we don't allow other people to lead us and to guide us and remain teachable, we will keep on focusing on disappointments. There's a difference in trusting people and trusting God and deciding that you're going to speak to this person and you trust God's will to happen in this situation. God to work through other people to help you. There's a difference in doing that and to trust your husband or wife or mom and dad to save you. And a lot of us focused on specific people, significant people in our lives to help us make the breakthrough, or that will give us strength. People can help you to get opportunities, but your strength won't come from them. Your strength will come from God, and He would use the opportunity the way He wants it to happen.